Welcome back to Headbooks. Get ready for a concise breakdown of Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Let's explore the main insights. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins is an extraordinary autobiography that intertwines personal growth and extreme mental toughness. As Goggins recounts his journey from an abusive childhood to becoming one of the world's most elite endurance athletes and military figures. The core of Goggins' philosophy is that most of us live far below our potential, and that we can push past the limits of our mind and body through embracing pain, discipline, and discomfort. In the introduction, Goggins explains that the mental and emotional limitations people experience in life often stem from accepting a victim mindset, which prevents them from tapping into their true potential. He shares his personal goal of not only overcoming extreme adversity, but learning to thrive in environments others would find unbearable. The mission of the book is to challenge readers to take full ownership of their lives, ditch any excuses, and go after what they truly want by pushing beyond their perceived limits. The first chapter, I Should Have Been a Statistic, delves into Goggins' early years. Raised in an abusive household by a tyrannical father, Goggins experienced constant beatings and emotional trauma. These early years were spent working for his father's roller rink, where both he and his mother were under his father's tight control. Goggins and his family later escaped, but the emotional scars lingered. Goggins struggled with racism and bullying as he grew up in different towns, feeling like an outsider in every sense. These experiences hardened him, but also left him feeling powerless and filled with self-doubt. In Chapter 2, Truth Hurts, Goggins shares how he fell into a cycle of failure, escaping through overeating and allowing self-pity to dictate his life. As a result, he found himself overweight, depressed, and directionless. This was his rock bottom. He realized that the first step toward transformation was to confront the truth of who he had become and take complete responsibility for his life. Goggins describes how self-discipline and mental toughness are essential to breaking free from the cycle of mediocrity. The third chapter, The Impossible Task, captures one of Goggins' first major challenges, his decision to join the Navy SEALs, a goal that seemed impossible given his physical condition and educational background. At 297 pounds, he was severely overweight and had to drop over 100 pounds in 3 months to even qualify. Through extreme discipline and a relentless work ethic, Goggins pushed his body and mind to their absolute limits to achieve his goal. He emphasizes that the most powerful tool in transformation is embracing suffering and discomfort, as that is where real growth occurs. In Chapter 4, Taking Souls, Goggins introduces his philosophy of using hardship to fuel his motivation. During his Navy SEAL training, Goggins endured brutal conditions and physical exhaustion. He recounts how, rather than letting these obstacles defeat him, he adopted a mindset of taking on challenges with such ferocity that he could take the souls of his instructors by outperforming their expectations. This concept, which involves exceeding limits so profoundly that you break the spirit of those who doubt you, became one of his key motivational strategies throughout his life. Chapter 5, Armored Mind, delves into the mental fortitude required to overcome both physical and mental limitations. Goggins reflects on the mental toughness he developed throughout his military career and athletic pursuits. He discusses how he built a resilient mindset that allowed him to face fear, pain, and fatigue without giving in to defeat. He explains the importance of callousing the mind through continuous exposure to discomfort and hardship. In Chapter 6, It's Not About a Trophy, Goggins shares how his achievements, whether in ultra-endurance events or his military career, were never about recognition, but about pushing himself to his true potential. His philosophy is that success is not defined by accolades, but by the internal satisfaction that comes from overcoming obstacles and evolving as a person. Goggins became a master of self-motivation, constantly raising the bar for what he could achieve. Chapter 7, The Most Powerful Weapon, focuses on the mind as the most critical factor in overcoming life's challenges. Goggins recounts moments when he pushed himself to extremes, such as running ultramarathons with broken bones and enduring relentless physical pain. Through these experiences, he learned that the human mind, when trained, can transcend physical limitations and push the body far beyond what it believes is possible. He emphasizes that mental toughness is a skill that anyone can develop through hard work and persistence. Chapter 8. Talent Not Required challenges the myth that success is reserved for the talented or privileged. Goggins shares how he was never the fastest, strongest, or most intelligent person, but his sheer willpower and relentless pursuit of growth allowed him to achieve extraordinary things. He stresses that talent and natural ability are secondary to work ethic and perseverance. In Chapter 9, Uncommon Amongst Uncommon, Goggins reflects on his time as a Navy SEAL and beyond, where he pushed himself to be not just among the best but to be exceptional even amongst elite performers. He continually sought to set himself apart by surpassing the already high standards of those around him, embracing the mindset of being uncommon amongst uncommon. The final chapter, The Empowerment of Failure, concludes with Goggins reflecting on how failure has been a constant companion on his journey. Rather than viewing failure as a setback, he sees it as a necessary step toward success. By embracing failure and learning from it, Goggins demonstrates that one's greatest strength comes from the willingness to fail and keep moving forward. Throughout Can't Hurt Me, Goggins repeatedly emphasizes that everyone is capable of pushing far beyond what they believe is possible, and that pain, suffering, and failure are not to be avoided but embraced. His story serves as a blueprint for building mental resilience and unlocking untapped potential. His mantra, "Stay hard," is a call to push beyond all limits, reject comfort, and live a life defined by excellence and purpose. Hope you enjoyed this quick summary. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for the latest videos.